Guys, I must be truly insane. It's cold. Cold. Cold, cold. Cold. Wow. It is frigid out here. Winds are blowing like crazy, and it is cutting right straight through to the bone. Not even 40 degrees. And I'm kind of wanting that 70-degree weekend we had last week to come back here today, but it's not going to happen. Skull cap, winter jacket, multiple layers. I'm about ready to run over here and get my fingerless gloves on here because that's how frigid it is right now. But we are going to attempt to put some fish on the end of the line. It's going to be a multi-species episode. It's going to go on right now. I do not have a lot of time to fish. I got to pick up my son a little bit later on down the line. So we got to fish our local waters right down the street, a couple minutes here. So a couple seconds, I'll go ahead and let you know what I'm going to be targeting. But if you haven't already done so, guys, or if you're brand new, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell. That way you're informed of all of our future episodes. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Drop a comment below. And of course, follow us on Instagram at 302 Fishing. So we have maybe about 5 species of fish we can hit, 2 of which I want to target today. Right up here in the pond right behind me, I'm going to fish for about an hour. We're going to go for the slime rocket, guys, aka the chain pickerel. There are some doozies that are up here. We got 3, 4, possibly even 5-pound chain pickerel that are in this body of water right behind me. We're going to use one bait and fish for about an hour, and we're going to use a Thomas Buoyant spoon. It's called Sunrise Copper Back. It's almost a fire tiger color, but I think I might be able to produce. But if it doesn't, we have the opportunity to walk over here a couple feet, and we have a spillway that is adjoining this pond. You've seen us here a whole bunch of times. The target species in that body of water right there with the Walmart green worms is going to be the yellow perch. If we don't get that, more than likely you're probably going to see crappie. You're going to see some bluegill in there, of course. You know, hey, they got to get some love too, and maybe a baby bass or 2. Who knows, guys? But everything's all tied up. We've got our regular spinning combo, we've got our ultralight combo, and we're going to put those to use and try to put some fish up in front of you here. Hopefully we might come out with a PB on any one of these species that we could possibly catch today. So bear with me. All right, as I always tell you, it seems like when you come out to a pond, you're the only fisherman because you're looking around, there's nobody around. But when you pull a fishing rod out, it's literally like there's waves going out, radio waves saying, hey, let's go to that guy. So, of course, magically we got fishermen popping up in here. But the good thing is we got John, it's right over here. He is the master of cold water fishing, man. This dude can put some fish on the end of the line. I mean, he's caught some beautiful, huge crappie right out of here. His thing is the shiners, man. He's going to toss it right over the edge. And he's caught some beautiful, big old yellow perch over there off of those bait. Again, I'm sticking with the worms right now. And again, we're going to start casting around here. If John gets anything of significant size, we'll pop it up on the episode here. But we're going to try to get out one time because he and I tried to go striper fishing about a week or so ago, but the tide just wasn't right there. But you can see it right on the back of his truck right here. He matches that name right there, guys, the Fish Whisperer. And he's just like me, a fishaholic. I'm going to throw this spoon around here for a little bit. And first things first, if we happen to land a big one, got to make sure we're prepared. Got to get that net. I personally think it's not that time yet because the last time we caught those pickerel in succession was I think in January, if I'm not mistaken. But if you want to check it out at the end of the episode, you can hit the link right above here. But that was a good day of fishing there. And I think John was with me that day, but doing the same exact thing he's doing right now with the shiners. But there's definitely some huge crappie in here. I watched him pull out a 2-pound crappie right out of the area that I just fished in, or just casted in, I'm sorry. Size of the spoon is a 1/4 ounce. As I mentioned, it's a St. Thomas Buoyant. Sunrise, you can see the copperback. But we just don't have the blue on there, but hopefully those colors will get them. I'm hoping for a bite here. I know for a fact once we get down below the spillway, we're going to have action. There's no doubt about that. So I'm going to bring this one last retrieve in right here with the Thomas Buoyant. We're going to head over to the spillway for a little while. Try to get some quick bites on the end of the line. I think I might come back with a jerkbait up top here. I think I have I want to say it's a ripstop, but don't quote me on that because I haven't looked at the package quite yet when I get to the car. if I decide to use it, but it looks like a yellow perch, basically is what it looks like. I was trying to find some fire tiger jerk baits, but Dix, you gotta step up your game, man. It's literally like a barren bait wasteland, because there's nothing on the shelves, hardly at all. All right, let's go ahead and put our hook up in the little eyelet there, spin around, grab our bait for down in the spillway. All right, let's pop down here. All right, so here's what we're using right here. We got Mike's live bait. You can get them at Walmart's all over the place. And we've got a 1/16 of an ounce jig head that we're gonna be using. I'm gonna use the black jig head. That seemed to work for me the last time I was out here. Always gotta love working with worms, man. All the dirt and everything else you get all over you. Ooh, all I'm doing is just casting it out there, guys, and just skittering it right on the bottom. The only thing that sucks about where we're at right now is, if you notice, the spillway's not open, so there's no movement of the water. It's kind of stagnant, and I kind of like it when the water's moving around because the fish are a little bit more active. But I think our action's going to be down. Oh, there's a bite right there. Fish on. Oh. I think our action's going to be down on the bottom over there towards the bridge, because there's a lot of surfacing that's going on over there. But that's primarily where all the bluegills and the crappie hang out at. The perch tend to hang right over here. Now, the reason I'm jigging it is because if I put it up on a bobber and it's up suspending into the water column, you're going to have 18,000 bluegills beating up on that bait, and I'm trying to stay away from them. Again, as I said, I'm trying to target a certain species, and they tend to like to be on the bottom, the yellow perch that is. Looks like we got a bite right here. Attempting to bite. He's just pulling on that bottom. The little tiny little nub that's on the bottom. He's got a hold of it. No, not yet. Come on. Fish on. What do we got? What is that? We got a catfish, guys. How about that? Starting off, man. Look how yellow this catfish is, guys. That is insanely yellow. Oh, he's clamping down on that hook, man. He ain't letting that go. Look how yellow that thing is. I gotta get my pliers out because he just straight savaged that jig head there. But give me a moment to get this hook out of here. John's already cracking jokes already. All right, we got the jig head out. But here we go, guys. First fish on. We are not skunked. And oop, she's gone. What will our next fish be here? Got a fish nibbling on me right now. You can see the line going up and down here. See if it straightens back out again. Oh. Just got to time this little bugger right. Ah, it's a little one, guys. Boy, even with live bait, man, they're quite quiet, these fish are. We'll throw a couple more casts in this area and we'll just make our way down the shoreline here. I'm sure we'll find something. There we go. Oh, I think I missed him. Nope, he's on there still. I think it's a bluegill. Nope. Yep. Sunny, whatever you want to call them. But take a look at it, man. Barely a palm size right there. It is what it is, guys. This is what happens when you got cold weather fishing going on right now. All right, let's put our little guy back in the water right here. She's gone. All right, John's heading his way out. He's probably going to visit some other spillways. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of time to travel with him because I got to stay local. But we'll bring this last retrieve in and we'll make our way down here. But if John's having a tough time, it's going to be a tough time for everybody. But we're the ones with the passion. We're willing to stick it out and fight through the hard parts. Because it ain't going to get easier from here for the next month or two. All right, let's take a few steps down. get that out there and see what we can pick up over here on this point. Crappie tend to hang right around in this area right here. Either they're sitting in the middle right here, or they're kind of like in this area right off to my right hand side. All right, here comes our fans. The migration is starting. Fish on. There you go. Right on the drop, guys. Whoa. This guy's bigger than the other one we had before here. It's a pretty little fish. But we got another nice looking bluegill here. Sunny, again, whatever you want to call it, man. Whoa. Oh, God. Look at the purple lines on the back of that fish right there. But pretty little fish. We'll get that out there in a couple seconds. All right, thank you, Mr. Bluegill. Thank you for tapping on the line and helping me out and keeping that skunk off. There you go, fish on. There you go. That's what we're looking for right there, guys. I knew they'd be around. A little small guy, but nonetheless, we got one of the target species we're looking for. Boy, she's flailing around. She's not happy. Look at the beautiful orange colors on the fins on the bottom there, guys. Pretty fish, man. I love the yellow perch, man. They're spunky little fighters here. Let's get our little guy going here. Hopefully we can find something bigger than that. Boom. 3 species. But that's the reason why I put that bait on the jig head. As I mentioned to you, the bait's down on the bottom. That's primarily where those yellow perch hanging out, down on the bottom. Of course, you got to fight through the bluegills. But if I put a bobber on, then I'm gonna have all the bluegills, and I'll have the occasional crappie get on the end of the line. Got a feeling I'm gonna be putting the gloves on here in a second, man. The wind's blowing right into my face right now. Good to go. But I am happy that we've got multiple species on the end of the line. One thing that hasn't showed up right now is the crappie. The sun's starting to peek out here. You can see it shining upon my hands here. All I gotta do is just turn around and show you that it's trying to peek out. Got a little bit of clearing going on. Maybe that might change things up here a little bit. Now, if we don't land into a crappie right here, after we fish in the top part of the spillway right up here, I might pop over to this development. It's over in that direction right there, and it's got a unique spot that it has right there where there's crappie that migrate right in this like kind of fishbowl kind of pond part. But there are some big ones that are sitting in there in that little body of water, so we might pop over there for a little bit. I want to think, tell me if I'm crazy. I mean, I'm gonna stay silent. Doesn't that sound like frogs to you guys? I'm hoping you can hear that, man. Frogs chirping in December. There you go. What do we got here? All right, we're on our 4th species today, guys. We got a small bass here. Again, another yellow fish, man. Look how yellow those tannins are on that fish. Not too bad, guys. Catching 4 different kinds of fish here. Albeit they're small, but it's still fish nonetheless. But you can see how pretty those yellow colors are on that fish. Let's let our lunker go. Boom. Grow up to be 5 pounds. All right, so let's see if it's worth it to make this little side trip right here. All right, we're gonna head over to these pipes right here, and hopes are the crappie are hanging around over in this open section right here. goodness gracious. I was sleeping on that one. Oh, quick release. Fish on. Whoa. All right. We found the school. That's the biggest one right there so far. I'm probably about on my last second or so of being on this body of water because my fingers, again, feel like ice cubes right now. I think the crappie over here are done playing with me. I've been trying to get another one on here, but here we go. Here we go. Sitting there talking. Whoa, whoa, what do we got here? Fighter. Oh, I knew there would be a bigger one here, guys. Look at this. Boom. Slab, guys. Absolute slab. I knew there would be a bigger one here. What a pretty crappie, guys. As I told you, there's ones bigger than this in here. All right, still looking for that 1 pounder. But that was a very nice crappie. That's pretty decent size for Delaware. There you go. These fish are hitting this bait ever so slowly. But we are on the school of crappie, definitely. It's gone. But that must be the deep area right there to my left-hand side, because that's where all the crappie have been hitting at. There you go. Ah, totally missed him, man. That was a nice bang, too. But you can just imagine if I was out here trying to bass fish, guys, I probably would have had nothing on the end of the line at all. Fortunately, we got these cold water fish to kind of carry us through right now. Nice. That's a decent one right there too, guys. Real decent one. There you go, guys. Another slab we got. Get the hook out of his mouth. There you go. Boom. Fresh meat in the pan. She's gone. Thank goodness I'm back in the warm car right now. Mother Nature threw all those wind daggers at me, and she was doing everything that she could possibly do to get me off that body of water, but I stuck it through, and we were able to produce something on the end of the line. I wish we would have had a big fish, but it's not to be. I mean, it happens. But it's gonna get tougher and tougher, as I mentioned to you here, and the temperatures are gonna get lower and lower, and it's gonna be tougher because our ponds are gonna freeze up, but not enough to where we can't ice fish on. I wish we can do that in the state of Delaware, but the fishing just dies and comes to almost a complete standstill. So stay with me, hang in there, guys. It's basically about a month and a half or so, but we're still gonna keep coming out every weekend to try to produce. But I'm not gonna consider this episode as a failure. To me, it was a success, especially in our state right now. We had 5 species hitting on the end of the line right there, so that's great. We had a catfish, a yellow perch, we had a bass, we had bluegill, and as well we had crappie on the end of the line. All with some little bit of worm and a tiny little jig, guys. You'd be amazed what you can catch on just that little bit. But it was fun nonetheless. I was kind of getting down on myself a little bit when we were fishing in the spillway right there because it was kind of dying down, and thank goodness I made that little bit of an audible and went to that one development where I knew there was going to be a school of crappie hanging around. I had fun, guys. I was so glad it started picking up, and we got a couple that could have been literally thrown into the skillet, man. Nice looking slabs for Delaware standards. But I'm gonna get back at the house up here, which is a couple minutes away. I'm gonna get some hot cocoa, man, and just kick my feet up and enjoy the warm home there. I'm hoping you guys have a great day. Christmas is coming up a couple days. I hope you get everything that you guys wanted. If you like this episode, guys, give us a big fat thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below. As I'm finishing up my drive right here. I want to reach out to everybody here that's in front of me here, whether you're fishing or not. I want to make sure that you guys have a happy holidays. Keep fishing on, and I'm going to wish you a very, very, very Merry Fishmas.